Okay, so it's time to get back at you. And how y'all doing? Sunday, last day of March, and for a number of reasons I haven't made a video for a while. I have things I need to review those, so I'm going to try to get those things done. My mouth is a challenge, so I have some reviews that need to be done, and the first one that I can get to, because I didn't prepare, that's the beauty of how I operate. This is how I operate. I hope it's cool with you. Discus Music continues to, Martin continues to send me new releases to check out, and this latest one is an absolute winner with me. Frost Lake, Ice and Bone. These folks are members of the, well, it's really two people, primarily Jan Todd, and she's part of this orchestra that Martin is in. I need to listen to that again. It's been a while. I love this right away. I've listened to this a few times. Not listened to the words well enough to tell you anything about that. Listen enough to tell you I like it a lot, and what it does is it's enchanting, it's atmospheric. There is something that you could use the word psychedelic. See, I try not to use that word because it's overused, but it's kind of like, not otherworldly, but maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's like this really sets up a vibe. So the way this starts, and I think you can listen to this online. I'm not going to play any. But one of the skills that record pluggers back in the day had, and some still do, is that they could identify whether or not something had anything within the first few seconds of hearing the record. Within the very few first seconds of listening to the sound that they start to make, my thought was, oh, this is promising. Oh, if this goes anywhere near where I hope it goes, or where it sounds like it could go, this could be good. And son of a gun, it does. This is lovely music. I don't have anyone to compare it to offhand. Jan sings and plays a number of instruments. All sorts of things, you know. Electronics, banjo, lute, harp, Celtic harp, zither, melodica, recorders, glockenspiel, you know. Wave drum, microbrute, Arturia microbrute, what is that? And then Terry Todd plays guitar, bass guitars, and idiopan dominus. That's probably some sort of old instrument. Well, I really like this. And I'm just glad that I don't have to worry about how do I say something nice. I like it. I like it. Okay, let me get let me dig this up. It's something that I got a while back and I need to review it. By Tom Fazzini and his crew. Let me just give me a moment here to find it. I know this is a rude thing to do. I know this is rude. The record should pop up shortly here. He's sent me the third part of what he's calling a trilogy. Forbidden Music is the, here it is. Tom Fazzini. I really have to work at getting my mouth to work, and please excuse my ugly teeth. I've got to get that something done. Forbidden Music. This is the third in a trilogy, he says. And it just goes by Forbidden Music. They use different people. There's several different vocalists on here. There's a channel, and I will leave the link because there's videos for this whole thing. And plus, the videos helped me to contextualize this more. These songs seem to be about love, but about the dark, not the dark side, but the part, that's the word that comes to mind. Because being in relationships and being supposedly in love can sometimes be anything but that. Start out loving and then end up hating. Musically, there's an element, see, I struggle for words, okay, because I don't want to overuse, but it's like there's there's electronica, there's almost a pop element, but not pop, but in the sense that these are songs, there's hooks and refrains, but it's very adult. Forbidden music, this is the third one, and I've liked all of them, and they all don't sound alike. This is a very interesting project. Out of England, and well, wait, some of this was recorded in New York. Lead vocals, okay. I'm intrigued by things like this, as someone else said too. I think it was this fellow named Dave, who recently told me he finished watching all of my videos. Bless you, Dave. And commented on most of them. I read them all. I don't comment back. Sometimes I do. It's like, he's vibing, vibe, cool. But this is good stuff. You know, I do get a little bit spacey here. You know, I'm feeling my age a little bit. You know, to be honest, really am. It's like I'll be thinking several things, and I'll home in on one, thinking I've set the others to the side, and I'll go, and it's like, ooh, it's gone. You know, maybe it'll come back later. I know I'm not the only one. Besides those records, I recommend both the CD Frost Lake Ice and Bone. I recommend this, and I recommend the Forbidden Music Trilogy. I will leave links for both. If I'm forgetting something else, I am, but I just got another, well, I got two packages. Alan sent me more tapes, Lard Free and some more of his stuff. I listened to one side of the Lard Free, and yeah, it's just crazy, you know, it is. It's crazy stuff, you know. I'm just glad that it exists. I enjoyed it. Listened to part of the 80s thing. I gotta be in the mood. It seems that a big part of that is humor. And I must either be really depressed or just impatient because I'm just not really feeling a lot of humor. I have humorous moments with people in person, but the humor I'm just not in a humorous. So I'll get back to that. But thank you. Alan sent me those tapes, and then that prompted me to hook up the cassette player, and I listened to the Captain Beefheart rehearsal tape that you sent me. And I only listened to a bit of that because that was like, oh yeah, I can imagine being one of the musicians, you know. And it's like you're creating something, and Don is in charge, but I wouldn't be happy with the way he was talking to people, you know. And I've been in a lot of bands, and I learned a long time ago to not talk to people like that. Even though if I'm in charge, don't talk down to people. So that was unpleasant, actually. You know, it's like it's a timepiece. It's like, wow, actually listening to rehearsal tapes, you know, from the place they lived at, but really being able to see just how miserable it was. Thank you, though. I got another package yesterday, unexpected, from DJ Trish. DJ Trish, you're such a sweetheart, but you're also a mad baller, you know. Much respect to you, Trish. Trish is a DVC member, also a DJ. Check her out. Girl's got her own stickers, DJ Trish, rock, reggae, jazz, oldies. Got her own sticker. Got her own card. The girl is rolling. Open your ears to music, lend your hands for kindness, and live in love always. Peace, love, and keep the good tunes spinning. DJ Trish, that's my kind of people. Ain't got nothing to do with politics and all that shit. This lady's a good person, okay? Look what she's pushing. Kindness and love, okay? Ain't nobody talking about fucking politics here, you know what I'm saying? Sweet, sweet lady. Sent me another sticker, playables, someplace she likes apparently. Sent me a bunch of music. I appreciate it all. Trish, you know I'm going to come at you to correct. Because I have to wonder. I know that you listen to all kinds of stuff, and you know I listen to all kinds of stuff. But you definitely sent me a couple of stinkers. I bet you knew I was going to say it. So I'm just wondering, why the hell did she send me these CDs? But see how I love it, because it's the spirit that it came in. This is pure love that Trish sent me, and I'm blessed that the woman sends me and shares with me. So I'll show you the mixes. She made me a couple of her mixed CDs. I've got a bunch of them. I got a box of them. I've actually got boxes of CDs, personal CDs that people in the VC have sent me, of mixes in their own music. Actually, one of these is in the computer. See, I don't take this stuff for granted, people. Okay, and of course, Trish has a deep knowledge of what I would call the roots of music. And so this starts off with some Les Paul and Patti Page and goes into Buddy Rich and stuff. All the way moving into the Ziggy Marley and stuff, you know, and Santana. And I'm familiar with this stuff. It's part of my life. I love it all. This one was real nice, though. This Audio Awesomeness CD mix that you sent me, Trish. This one starts off really badass. With the free design, going into a really cool old Bob Seger song, which I do actually have on vinyl. 2 + 2 = going into Guru Guru. And on from there, really, really nice mix. Really well thought out all the way through here. Human League, Melody, Ziggy Marley, Guru Guru, Flaming Lips, Michelle Shocked, very cool, okay? But you see, you also sent me CDs, and thank you. I'll show the one that really pleases me last, but I'll show you these. They're all good, but it's like, it ain't my style. Fool's Gold. I have shared that I love pop music, and I love the history of pop music. These guys had some hit. It might be on here, but this is just really, oh my goodness. Decembrists, of course, well-loved, lauded band, Americana. They're very good. But this is the kind of music that I can play with people, but I don't want to listen to it. You know, it's people music. This is the sound of these people's lives, or maybe this isn't. Maybe this is just a projection of who these guys think they want to be. Farmers that comes some kind of shit. But being from the Midwest and country music, and that being truly part of the landscape here, I hear this music and I can play it with people and share it like that. But most of the time I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. And you know I'm saying it with love. So any of you other people that are hearing this that are like freaking out, get a grip. Haven't you ever heard anybody talk real? Probably need somebody like me in your life. And I'm serious too. She also sent me this guy, Will Hogue, Carousel. Okay, this is really well crafted country. I guess that's what you'd call this. He's obviously talented, and there was a lot of work put into this. I don't want to hear this mess. Thank you, Trish. Oh my goodness. Yes, and I do appreciate the congratulations. Yes, I am doing good things through music and making folks happy. You know, I'm going to talk about that. That's not my goal, is to make people happy. Because if my goal was to make people happy, I'd be kissing people's asses. My goal... So, I almost forgot the best one for last. I'll get to this, Trish. This is good. Should have got ready for this because I got some of their other records. My goal isn't to make people happy. No. My goal is to be real. There's a lot of happiness involved in that. And there's a lot of benevolence. A natural tendency to want goodwill towards others and the self, because it makes sense. What's good for me is good for you. Why wouldn't I want good things for you? Unless you're trying to get something, which is the problem. Everyone's trying to get something instead of valuing one another. See how I always take this stuff and run with it? But I sure do appreciate that you recognize I try to do good things through music and my life, you know. And it brings happiness. But that's not what I'm trying to do, is make people happy. I'm trying to wake people the motherfuck up, and I'm trying to be woke because I'm a mess. You can see it every time I come on camera. I'm just human. I'm a mess like everybody else. But I can see things that I can say. Try to share it, you know. Help myself a little bit, maybe help somebody else. Or maybe just give you something good to think about. So Trish sent me, and the last CD that I'll show that she sent me was cool because I didn't know it was out. Shoes, an American band. They come from an era of what you would call the power pop. Paley Brothers, the band that had the big hit, is somehow associated with this period, the Knack, but not really. The Shoes, harmonic American, but British inspired to a degree, pop music. I have two of their early singles, Too Late, Tomorrow Night, great songs. I appreciate this CD. This is not that long ago, 2012. What it sounds like the band is doing to me, which is where some of these bands like this lose me, or artists lose me, when it sounds like they're consciously attempting to chase their own tail, which is, well, what's the best part of what we did? Let's try to do that again. That's what this sounds like. They're good. Comes off self-conscious. I wonder if any of the Shoes could, by chance, see this review, because I love the band. Now, I haven't gotten all the way through this, so I may be speaking too soon. There may be a gem or two of a song on here, because I have Present Tense, the album. Y'all know that one? It's here. Almost the whole album is excellent. Great songs, great playing. You know, it's not an emotional sort of music that has a lot of rise and fall. It just does this, you know. It's just really good and really smooth. They were good looking guys, so I don't really know why they didn't make it bigger, except maybe, again, management and PR moves that just didn't connect, because the music is great. So Trish, thank you so much for this music. I can talk, Walter, if you happen to see this. I've listened some more to the CDs that you sent me. Walter Whitney sent me a bunch of CDs. And I've gone through the ones that I like the most, and he wants me to be honest, are the Weingarten collaborations. Dreaming in Colors is another one. I showed you the other one, Native something, I think. The picture is perfect. Sail away with this music. Carl Weingarten and Walter Whitney. If you're familiar with the Hearts of Space radio program that's been on National Public Radio and other outlets forever, that's how I first heard of Weingarten. Which probably means that they probably played Walter Whitney on there too. This other one here is a hit, totally hit and miss, Walter. The Deep Space Drifters are CD thingy we made. Even the way that it's titled and presented, it's kind of like, well, it's just something we wanted to do. I get the impression, Walter, that you are a kind of a jack of all trades you can do it all, and you like to do it all, play all the instruments, recording, engineering, mixing. I get the impression that you really enjoy doing it, and I enjoy parts of it. And so this is part of your output, that you're just doing all this stuff that you enjoy. Parts of this are enjoyable. Quite a bit of this is kind of like, okay. Which means it's one of those record projects that, depending on the time and place, it could be put on and it would be like, oh yeah, this is really cool. But mostly it's kind of like hit and miss. Okay, next one, next one. The vocals are just kind of, they're all right, And this one I'm going to come back to because it's eclectic, which I like. Walter Whitney's Phantom Worlds. But once again, it's like I kind of think, like the picture, I need to take time and get inside your head with what was going on when you were doing all these different things here. You're prolific, Walter, and very talented, and thank you for sharing with me, and thank you for involving me in your projects. I'm on one of his recent recordings, and it looks like we're going to be doing something else here. Before I go, I watched some of this. I forget who sent it to me. The Steven Wilson live. Really enjoyed it. Home Invasion. I do see a parallel between myself and Steve. That we're musicians, but we're also dilettantes in a way. It's like he can do all this stuff, but he's admitted in many interviews, I don't know half of the technical stuff about the equipment I use. I don't know shit about my guitars. I just know I like them. I'm like that. I'm not a gearhead. I am a punk musician. I enjoyed that. Here's something that's been in my collection that I did not enjoy. I love the band Tangerine Dream. This is something I was able to get as a promo when it came out. This is Dreamtime. Selected tracks from 220 Volt Live by Tangerine Dream. When did this come out? 1993. Yeah, when my brother was working for a music distributor, and he would give me stuff. This is terrible. These wallpaper melodies that you've heard a million times, that it's like totally watered down wallpaper music. I love Tangerine Dream. I've got the best of their music, and this is like, well, we have a career, we're making money. This is horrid. Now, on the other hand, some other stuff I was listening to, I could talk about music all day, couldn't I? I'll go a little longer. I was online vibing with my friend Randy LeMasters, who put out my CD, which I have the box here, because I just got some sales, people. I just got some sales. I've been needing them. It's how I live. It's how I live. We got some sales. Randy is the friend of mine who financed and put this out on his label, The World is Burning. There's less than I think there's less than 100 copies left. Grab this, people. This is good. This is good, okay? But we were vibing online on Facebook. He had posted this Yellow Magic Orchestra compilation, Kyuretsu na Rhythm. I love YMO, have a lot of their stuff, have everything on here in its original form, but whoever put this compilation together did a fantastic job of programming. It's a great listen. I love YMO. Love Yellow Magic Orchestra and those cats. And the other thing that I pulled to play, just because I've been listening to Wire, and it was like, oh man, this is awesome. Send. I don't have it on vinyl. This one is where It's frantic and it's hard. This is really good. As opposed to some of these more recent ones that I've been playing. Did I put them away? No, I got them on half-price sale. This one, Wire. Of the more recent ones, this one probably I like the most. Then I was playing Nocturnal Koreans. This one is sort of half and half. And then the other one, is it still out? Silver Lead. It's listening to these to just really get familiar with them. It's more subdued, but it's still Wire. But this one is like, yeah, this is what I really like about Wire. Wire is an interesting band because there are these Lewis, B.C. Lewis, or whatever his name is. It's Gilbert and Lewis, okay? Gilbert Lewis and then Colin Newman. Colin Newman is my favorite. I like the way they work together, but Newman, when he takes the lead, that's what I like. It's when Lewis, I'm sure that's the guy I'm talking about, Graham Lewis. I can always tell when he gets his clunky song. That's what I call them. They're clunky. It's like, why the fuck are you putting this on here, man? This is like a goofy ass. This is a goofy idea, and it's going to stay goofy. So why the hell are you still doing it? It's almost like he's doing it on purpose. We're going to do my shit. I don't know if that's true at all. That's how it comes off to me. I love sharing that with you, too. Oh, I could go on forever. One more. Day of Phoenix, the neighbor's son. One of these guys was in the band Culpeper's Orchard, prog band whose album I only have on CD Burn. Collectible and expensive to find original copies. It's one I've been wanting forever. This apparently is collectible and not cheap or easy to find. But this is more rock than prog, but it's really good. Very melodic, tuneful, musicianly. The lyrics are good, well written, but it's the typical stuff, you know. But it's like this, from the way that it starts like something. Have I heard that before? In other words, it's so good that it's like it could have been a huge hit. Maybe it was. I don't know. Day of Phoenix, if you don't know this, from the 70s. European. I'm not going to say what country because I'm not sure, and I can put my glasses on. Okay, I've gone a long time. This has been being done on Sunday. I need my computer, so I'm not going to start to upload this right away. It might not be online until Monday. I've gotten a lot of questions that I haven't answered to. People ask me about XTC. If you do like Dave and go and just dive into my videos, you'll see I've talked about all the major bands. Anybody that's worth a half a damn, I have respect for and love them. I love XTC. I have my foibles. There's, like, for example, okay, before I see, there's so much going on. The recent passing of more people. Ranking Roger. We talked about Scott Walker. I was never a fan of English Beat. It's entertainment. They were good at it, but I never bought it. I've seen the English Beat live. I don't think he was in the band by the time I saw them. Rest in peace, but, you know, that's not, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Be well, everyone. Be yourself. Just be real. Be real.